Hey Tamers, welcome back. And as you know, Rb1 is officially out. Yes, I still have proxies made. That's because I don't have my hands on Rb1 yet. I'm going to get them in a few days. But however, I have been playtesting all of Rb1 for like the past few weeks, maybe a month by now. And the only deck I haven't made yet is the most anticipated hype, Gammamon. And I'm here to tell you, I don't think he's just hype. This deck is actually good. And let's get into it. For the DGX, as you see already, 4 of the new Gammamon from Rb1. The Gammamon deck now in Rb1 really just focuses on placing sources underneath itself. And when that triggers, or when that happens, Gammamon will trigger and allows you to draw an extra card. Pair that up with the new hero, you draw 2 cards, which is really nice. The draw power for this deck is insane. For Rb1 Gammamon, on play reveal 3 cards, add 1. I was about to take Yoshiro, had 1 hero and 1 Gammamon in their text, and then the rest go to the bottom. And then the inherit is 2000 DP plus 2000 DP if you have Gammamon in your text, which is awesome. That's going to come up. You do want DP increase for this deck. 4 of the promo Gammamons, while you have hero in play, this Digimon gets 2000 DP. 2 of the other promo, this one is a promo 058, the other one was 059. So 2 of the promos 058 Gammamon. This one, when you have a red tamer in play, you can attack unsuspended Digimon. This is better than Raid, because Raid, you have to attack the highest unsuspended Digimon. This just gives you the freedom of attacking any unsuspended Digimon, which is really nice. Last but not least, to round up the rookies, 3 of the BT8 Gammamon. Your turn once per turn. When you play a red tamer, draw 1. This doesn't come up as often. But the inherit here just helps you KO any floodgate cards, right? If this Digimon has 6000 DP or more, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Ratios that I would probably mess with is if you want to end up doing 12 rookies, you'd probably take 1 away from this if you really want to want 12. 13 has been working out for me because we'll get to it, but with the tamer, you can use a Gammamon to place it underneath himself. So it's a source. And not to mention it adds DP, which makes it higher, and or deleting a floodgate card. I will be uploading battles, so make sure you're subscribed so you guys see this deck list in action. Champions, 2 blockers from Rb1 from Wezen Gammamon. I was using the piercing one, and honestly, I don't think you need it because you have a lot of ways to remove stuff, right? You get to blow up things with Sirius, and I mean, yeah. And sometimes you have raid and you don't want to check security, but just clear board, and you want to be able to trash security from Articus. And sometimes if you have piercing, you don't have a lot of DP. Now he gets popped. So piercing was kind of a hit or miss for me. So I just ended up with 2 of the Wazen. I was using the evade Chaos Gammamon, and evade came in handy here and there, but it was I never really like, oh my god, I need evade right now, I need evade. So I also cut that out. I did have 1 of those, but then I cut it. So I just went with 2 blockers. 3 of the new Battle Gammamon. Raid Digivolve 2 from Gammamon. When digivolving, if you don't have a hero in play, you may play one from your hand without paying for its cost. Keep this in mind when you're digivolving into a Kano Weissmon or Regulus. If you don't have a hero, this triggers again. So you would be able to play a hero if you don't have one. Pretty cool. 4 was too much. Want to keep with 3, and then raid, obviously you want, but then also having the other Gammamon that allows you to attack unsuspended Digimon with the red tamer also helps you too. So there's more than a few ways of getting this. To me, what's equally as important is having Blitz. So this is Battle Gammamon from BTA allowing you to have Blitz. Because you can get memory choked with this deck, and it doesn't happen often, but sometimes, you know, if they leave you at 1, you have the new hero, which uses effect. You'll go to 2. If you want to digivolve to Sirius, it costs 3. You'll be able to pop something, but then you won't be able to attack if you want to attack. So Blitz is really handy. 2 of the new Gulus. End of attack. By deleting this Digimon, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon. That's really cool if you're trying to bring out your proxy. On deletion, you may play 1 Gammamon from your trash unsuspended without paying its memory cost. Honestly, I probably play this more to play a Gammamon when it gets deleted. And you'll see in some matches that I had is they'll pop my Sirius or, you know, whatever I had, and I'd be playing 2 Gammamons from the trash. Even if they're suspended, I mean, they already attacked. So now when it goes back to my turn, now you have 1, 2 Gammamons ready to go that you could, warp and or, finish game. And honestly, probably my favorite, one of my favorites is the old Gulus from BT10. This card is just sick. Retaliation. Having retaliation, you just attack, and it's come up in a match where I had retaliation, and then I had the other effect from the, I forget his name, Regulus. So now they couldn't attack either or. If they attack one has retaliation. If they attack the other one and delete it, it's gonna basically pop it from his effect since they only had 1 stack, which we'll talk about. Oh, really, really good. And then on deletion, you may play a Gammamon from your trash, suspended without paying for its cost, which is really good because if you do end up playing a Gammamon from those, usually I like to play the Rb1 because now its on plays do trigger, and now you can add add cards from them. Another card, I forgot which Gammamon it was, the one that's on play, you get to pop something with 2000 DP or less. That's another option if you want to go for it. Like I said, you have already a lot of removal in a way. You have not piercing, I'm sorry. You have raid, which will swing into whatever you want. Sirius, when you digivolve, you get to popmon, so it wasn't really necessary. And then with this Gammamon that's in here, you pop something with 3000 DP or less as opposed to 2000. So that's it for the champions. Level 5s. This is the best level 5 to run as of now. The new Kano Weissman. Digivolve from 3. It has Gammamon in its name. If you have a Gammamon and now that Gammamon has a source underneath, you can warp into the Kano Weissman for its play cost, which is for 3. So in 1 turn, you can go from having a rookie to now you do that. And again, when you guys watch these videos, you'll see like the thing that you can do, right? But just to give you guys an idea, if you have this Gammamon and then the new tamer had a the new tamer allows you to put something underneath, which you'll put the retaliation. Now you go into the Kano for 3, right? So now you could swing at something if you need to, right? And now you don't have to worry about getting deleted, or if you do, they're gonna take it with it because it has retaliation. 2 of Regulus. At first, I was not using Regulus, and I kind of found his effect, like it's useful, but not too useful. But then when I started using it, I was like, okay, this is actually useful because let's say you're waiting for a Sirius or a level 6, and for one, he's at 9k, so he's pretty strong. Having 1 Gammamon underneath it, now he makes it 11. So you can be swinging, use his effect, right? So his effect is 1 digivolving and 1 attacking. You can trash 1 card with Gammamon and its text from your hand. 1 of your Digimon gains on deletion, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level until the end of your opponent's turn. So this is kind of a good way to, keep swinging, right, until you get your level 6, which is pretty cool. Right, like I said, you'll swing, you'll trash something, you'll trash a Gammamon from your hand. So now even if it gets deleted in the security and they have like a level 6 on board and that's the only thing they have, it's going to get popped because that's the only, stack that they have. So it's a good removal, but it's also a good protection for it because now your opponent's going to think twice of hitting it. They would have to drop a rookie and then swing with their main boss monster, and then that rookie will get deleted as opposed to the one that attacked. Last but not least, still my favorite, man. This card is just awesome. The old BT10 Kano Weissman. Your turn, when 1 of your tamers becomes suspended, this Digimon gets 2000 DP for the turn. Then if this Digimon has 12,000 DP or more, it gets security attack +1. When I first made this, I was running 4. We'll get to a combo, but basically, Kano Weissman, you would attack, right? Get security attack +1 if you have the tamers, giving them 12k, maybe even 14 if you have Gammamon underneath. And now you would digivolve into Sirius, which would be a good leeway getting into him. So now you would digivolve into Sirius, right? After doing security attack +1, digivolve for 3. He pops something, right? So when you digivolve, you get to place a card with Gammamon and its text underneath. And then you can delete a Digimon with DP equal to or less than him. And you're going to have, mind you, the DP is there until the end of your turn. So that, just from Kano Weissman's, he'd be at 13, including, everything else. So you can make this guy up to like 18, 20k DP. And then when you delete something during your turn, you'll unsuspend. So now here again, you would swing, and now you're checking for 4 security. if you did that. And that was my idea with the kind of Weissman, right? You swing, Digivolve, pop something, you would have Blitz. Another reason why I love the Blitz, because now even if you Digivolve go to 3, you pop something, you unsuspend, you have Blitz as an inherit, and now you swing again. And that's 4 checks in one go. So it's really, really nuts. I was running 4 of these kind of Weissman. Reason I just tried these is I just wanted to try it, see how it worked, and I actually really like this. So I do like this split. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I see them too much, and so then I ended up cutting and I made it 3. But then when I did this, there's times where I see him, and then there's times where I'm looking for him. The drop power is insane that you can run it this way and you'll be fine. But that's just how I ended it, just doing 8. Since we're running 8 megas, I figured I'd do that. Then last thing is, all these level 5s have the all turns. This Digimon gains all effects of cards with Gammamon in their name. So again, if you have Gulas underneath all of them, they have retaliation. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but if you end up digivolving into any one of these, it gets Blitz. Since all turns, you get inherited effects from cards with Gammamon in its name. If you're at 0, you go into Kano, go to 3, you inherently get Battle Gammamon's Blitz. So you would be able to swing. It's just something important to know. On to the level 6s. Of course, we already know what we're running. 4 of the Sirius, which I already explained how he works. When you Digivolve, you get to place a Digimon with Gammamon in its text underneath its source. And then you get to delete a Digimon with DP equal to or less than this Digimon. And the whole gimmick here is to place Arcturus underneath, which we're running 4 of, right? Reason why we're doing this one is because when you do delete a Digimon from Siriusmon's effect, then his inherit pops off where you can trash an opponent's security. Because your turn once per turn, every time you delete a Digimon, trash security. This I should mention really briefly, if you end up Digivolving in Sirius, right, pass his turn, and then right, you place that underneath. Yes, it's not your turn anymore, but you're still resolving effects that happen because of your turn. So this would trigger, even though it says your turn once per turn, you would be able to trash it. So keep that in mind. And then, as I said, your turn once per turn. For Sirius, when you delete a Digimon, you get to unsuspend once per turn. That is only during your turn. He would be so busted if it was all turns. And then the 4 Articus, this one, when Digivolving, you may place one Digimon card with Gammamon in its text from your trash under this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution cards. Then you may delete one Digimon with a level less than or equal to this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Be really careful, because if you're going against a mother deck, all those cards are levelless, so you will not be able to pop anything because they have no level. Then here, on deletion, you may return one Digimon card from the trash to your hand. Then by placing one Sirius from your hand, you may play one Proximamon from your hand without paying for its memory cost. And that is where, again, Proximamon is introduced here, running 2. I'm actually only running 2. And for the most part, you're only going to see 2. I tried 3, and I saw him too much. 2, I didn't see him enough, but the thing is, you don't really need him to win. I'll be honest with you. I've seen people that try Blitz Omni. That's a good one to do, because then you get to unsuspend and swing again if you want. However, Proximamon is really nuts. Digivolve 3 from Sirius with Arcturus in its Digivolution card. So think of like Alphamon with Orumon to go into Oryukin mode. All turns once per turn, when another Digimon is deleted, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card with Gammamon in its name from your trash without paying for its memory. And it's all turns. So for example, if you have Wezen underneath your Proximamon, you block, you're deleting a Digimon. Now this pops and you get to play a level 4 or lower with Gammamon in its name from your trash to your field. End of your turn once per turn by placing one Digimon card with Gammamon in its text from your hand or trash under this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon. I just want to say these stack. So if you already have one, you use end of turn, put another one in there. Now you delete something, these trigger, and now you get to play a Gammamon level 4. I love this effect because if I have my blockers in the trash, using this effect, I just bring them back. That's really nuts. And the blockers actually come in really handy, especially because sometimes you just need that additional turn to win. And That's why I would say Blitz Omni could also be a good, a good tech card to have. Maybe one of. I probably wouldn't put more than one because all your cards involve Gammamon, and that's why it's better to just run everything Gammamon. Searcher, you won't pick it up. You won't be able to add it underneath or get it from the trash or anything like that. And 2 of those level 7s, as you see, the Proximamon. Would I run 3? Not necessarily. Leaving it at 2. For the Tamers, here's where it's a little more up in the air of how you want to run them. But the one that for sure you have to run 4 of is a new hero to get all this kind of shenanigans going. Start your main phase by placing 1 Digimon card with Gammamon in its name from your hand under one of your Digimon as its bottom digivolution card. Gain 1 memory and draw 1. These stack. So if you have 1, 2, if you have all 4, you can do all 4. And now you gain 4 memory and draw 4 cards. It's really nuts. Then your turn. When your Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with Gammamon in its text, by suspending this tamer, that Digimon gets 2000 DP for the turn. The downside of this is when your Digimon digivolves. So after you have your Sirius, it's your turn again. You can't give it DP from hero because you didn't digivolve. So be careful with that because people tried that on me. And I had to let them know that you can't do that. It's only when you digivolve. He makes everything possible, especially with if you have a Gammamon, right? And I'm pulling these up really quick because they're right next to me. But here's where you just, right? Even if you just have 1, they leave you at 2. You move up a Gammamon from your breeding area. And now you have these 2. So you'll place a Gulus underneath, gain a memory. Now you're at 3 and then you draw. What I love to do is I love to put the Blitz one now. Because now the Blitz, you'll be able to go to, kind of waste one for 3. And now when you go into your level 6 Siriusmon or Arcturus, you get Blitz. And now you can delete something, you could swing. So you can see how in 1 turn with 3 memory, if you give yourself Blitz, you can go up to a Mega and still swing. Just dumb. So this hero is just so good for that reason. Here, a lot of people are doing 2 heroes. Memory Set Tamer. I don't really get memory choked with this deck because this hero helps a lot. You have Blitz. It's nice, don't get me wrong, to always start at 3, but I don't get memory choked often. What's good though is if it's a level 5 or higher, or if you have a Digimon that has Gammamon in its name, you get to tap and it gets 2000 DP. I've been splitting it and trying a promo hero just to give that extra security attack, just to add aggression. And I was running 2 and 2 of each. With this hero, I'll have it in my hand and sometimes it just stays there because I don't want to play it. I already have this hero. And even if I go to 1, I'm not really worried because put myself at 2, put Blitz underneath, put Raid underneath, gain a memory. So it's it's good because then if you have it and if you have 1 or 2 heroes, you'll end up at 5 memory. So that's what's good about it. And then the hero, you could combo that with the Kana Weissman. If you combo it with that one, this hero you can only activate when you digivolve to Kana Weissman. When it's your turn again, you unsuspend. You can't tap this, so you won't benefit from his effect, which is why these other 2 heroes are really good. And then this one is just going to add aggression. When you attack, right, you get to tap. Give a Digimon with Gammamon in its source or in its name, security attack +1. And now if you have Gammamons underneath, even if you have 1 Gammamon that gives him 2000, he's at 10. The tamer suspended, now he's at 12. Now I got security attack +2 swinging. 3 checks in total, right? And now if you chip away, you're done. Digivolve into Sirius if they have a Digimon and they can't block from your initial attack. Digivolve for 3. Delete that Digimon. You have Blitz, unsuspend, and now you just swing for game. So those are 2 ways of how these 2 heroes are really beneficial. I like the split so far, so I'm going to keep it this way. Let me know what's working for you. If you want to see this in action, like I've said, don't forget to subscribe. I have a lot of videos coming, and I'll see you guys there.